right, what's up, everybody? Cowboy, 8:30, actually 8:40 a.m. EST, and I screwed up. I actually thought I was live, and I was talking to myself for about 10 minutes, and I remember looking up, I'm like, why are there no viewers? Slow morning. Yeah, apologies, everybody. We are live, and we will do the 10 minutes, and then for my private folks, we'll go 10 minutes later than usual. So let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. We see that there is a Bitcoin chart that is up right here. And I actually went short last night because algo's paying short. And while algos are not perfect, they're pretty accurate. And right now, I've got a trade that is going to go down to roughly the bottom of this consolidation. It looked like price had rejected roundly at the midpoint of this giant consolidation, in which price had moved itself back up, right? So price pumped from about 53,500, 400, all the way up to 66,090. And so the pure impulse on which I mapped my trade was from this low here at 56,600 back on the 11th of July, all the way up to about 66,100. And I use that to create a Fibonacci retracement. I have a 382 sitting at 62,500. 62,500, and if price heads down to there, my stop will be at the entry. But unfortunately, it looks like price is remaining bullish. So fortunately for most of my money, but unfortunately for a hedge, it looks like price is going against me for now. I have algorithmic exits that will take me out of the trade as soon as the metrics flip against me, and also I've got the capability, of course, to just have a stop loss and take me out of the trade with measured position size. So it's not gonna hurt me too bad. That's just what it is. You lose trades. It's part of the deal. However, if price were to head down again to 62.5, stop would be to entry, and my stop loss is above all this. So likely right now, if price were just to continue up, then we're looking at a move to roughly 68,700, 68.8. That's going to be a first target on a long. And if the metrics do flip long, I will flip long myself and take that trade. And then we have the next extension right up to about 72,000, which is the top of this giant consolidation. So I would take profit a little bit sooner than that were I in that long. And that's how that would roll. Brad King says, how you doing tonight, mate? Well, doing pretty well. Again, I didn't go live, so I was talking to myself for 10 minutes, which is dumb. But that's fine. Things happen. It is what it is. So that being the case, let me take a look here. Quick thing. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Really, there's not much more to it. It's either going to head down or up, which is the case. Of course, down, up, or sideways. Those are the only three options we have. And we could see, I mean, look, guts telling me right now it's probably going to head up. However, algos did tell me it might head down. I obeyed the algos. And if the algos tell me to get out, I'll get out. It's that simple. I don't have to do the thinking. I did the thinking when I created the algos. Understand there is a fair amount of liquidity down at the 58,000 to 60,000 level. That's where liquidity is right now. So that being the case, if price were to head down, it may be attracted to that level, but the weekly chart is rather bullish. And this is why price might be just ignoring the algorithmic ping, because the weekly is bullish. That's, very bullish right now. I would expect price, if it did not dip down to where it's going to go to, or even if it did, then I would expect price to head back up. Yeah, people lose trades. It's part of trading. If you can't lose a trade, then you shouldn't be trading. That's just, you have a lot of people who have a hard time trading because they just can't take a loss. And that is a reality. Let me take a quick look at something on a different chart. Okay. Give me a second. Crossing. I'm going to set myself an alert here. While we're sitting here live. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. Did mark out gold had a breakout. We had a nice breakout on gold, and it does appear that gold is now possibly heading back down. But I had a stop loss. took a trade on gold. And unfortunately, fortunately, but unfortunately, I've got a stop loss that is protecting the position. But right now it is underwater a little bit. So I had a rough couple days trading on my higher time frame trades. So that does happen. Same look on Ethereum as we have on Bitcoin. We have the impulse up from 28.25 all the way to about, what is this? 3,500 or so. And if I were to go ahead and map that out with Fibonacci, then we're looking at an extension at about $3,700. It is above a bit of an older range, so I would be careful with that. If I were long, I probably would take some profit prior to 3,650. And then, of course, we have another extension target right up at 39.40, which puts us towards the top of this year's, not this year's high, but a high, right? So we might see Ethereum go ahead and retest that. Again, for this to happen, I think Bitcoin would need to go up, and it does look like, as per the prior charting, that Bitcoin may very well do so. So if everything flips long, I may be one to do the same, and we might see that happen. So let's move on to Solana. Just burning through the charts right now. A lot of value here on the free look. Okay, so we mapped out this Solana pump, and Solana itself is taking the lead on moving up. Now, if we look at the high time frame, we have lower highs. We've talked about this. This is a bearish look. But if and by the way, the first target for whatever trade might have been taken that we talked about a few days ago, the first target is going to be at about 170. Now, that would be above this descending trend line, this basically the top of this triangle, which is mapping out a bearish move. That'd be an indication that Solana is ready to invalidate that bearish pattern, right? But I would like to see on the daily, which this is basically the daily chart, I want to see Solana break and close above that and stay above that for like a few days and go maybe all the way up to this 180. If Solana can get to 180, I think we would be looking at the end of this bearish pattern, the invalidation of this bearish pattern. And now, of course, it could nuke back down and anything can happen. But as Solana approaches 180, we're definitely looking at a stronger case for invalidation of this very bearish pattern. Now, if price, of course, remains in this bearish pattern, then we're looking at price heading down towards, let me see, got to do a new FIP here. There's a lot of liquidity in this area. I would expect price to head down to test 100. And if it breaks below 100, now you're talking about, about 80. I don't think it's going to happen at this point in the market, but if Bitcoin does nuke down, then that's something that we can look at happening. It's actually quite possible. So that being what it is, let's go ahead and move over to the private live lab. We are at the end of the public stream. Follow us over at algofactory.tech, or not follow us, but go check our website out. Algo Cowboy also on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Follow the YouTube, do the like, subscribe, all that stuff, right? Put out content all day long. And if you're watching this, come to the public live lab. Understand that you can actually ask me for charts and I will chart them out for you, right? That's what this is all about. This is me donating my time to everybody here. You can ask me, hey, what's going to happen to the SP 500 or whatever that might be. And over at Algo Factory, we help people become traders. We help you develop a trading method. And when you develop your own method and you have confidence in that method, you have a much higher probability of success in trading. So we do show you how to do all that at algofactory.tech. Don't forget, trade your job, upgrade your life, and
join us or die.